God bless our troops.
First of all, I understand that this ride will now be dedicated to Michael Powers, and I think that's something that is very important, and a lasting tribute to him and his family. So I want to thank you very much for that. I want to say a few words, but before I do, I want to do something that I think is completely non-denominational and requires a little bit of concentration by everyone, but I think it's very fitting today. I want to lead you in a recitation of a psalm, and I want to, and then I'm going to say a few words and introduce Tom Clark for a moment for a few words, because Tom has just come back from preserving our right to be here today to celebrate all veterans, to remember the tremendous sacrifice that all veterans have given, their families, and also to pay tribute to those who've lost their life from day one, from the first day that someone stood up and said, I believe that here in the United States or here in the new land, we should have appropriate freedoms. So the first thing I'd like to do is ask you to recite after me the Psalm of David, which is Psalm 23, which I think is as appropriate now for those veterans among us, appropriate for the families, for the citizens who thank them, and also for every man and woman who gave their life, and most importantly for those fighting right now. And what was said a moment ago by the pastor, there are men and women fighting right now for our freedom. They are fighting at this very moment in Afghanistan or Iraq or in other places where there are tremendous perils to citizen life or to the whole concept of freedom. And when we say freedom, we mean we are free. You know, we can sit down right now, we can talk about taxes, we can talk about government, we can talk about regulations. We are free. And we have the ability through the ballot box to change anything we're not happy about. We are free. But it's taken an awful lot of blood, sweat, and lives for me to be able to say that. So I want to lead you in The Lord is my shepherd, a Psalm of David, Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want.
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want.
He maketh me to lie down in green pastures.
He maketh me to lie down in green pastures.
He leadeth me beside the still waters.
He leadeth me beside the still waters.
He restoreth my soul.
He restoreth my soul.
He guideth me in straight paths for his name's sake.
He guideth me in straight paths for his name's sake.
Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death,
Yea, though I walk through the shadow of death,
I will fear no evil.
I will fear no evil.
For thou art with me.
For thou art with me.
Thou ride in thy staff, thy comfort me.
Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me.
Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies.
Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies.
Thou hast anointed my head with oil, my cup runneth over.
Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over.
Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life.
Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life.
And I shall dwell in the house of Lord forever.
And I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
Thank you very much. Amen.
Amen.
I just want to say a few things. First, in New Bedford, every day is Veterans Day. We remember all the sacrifices that have been made. New Bedford has been involved in every major historical event that the United States has helped write, not only here, but in the world. Our men and women have given, beginning with the Revolution, right up through the War on Terror, and we will continue to do so. The amazing thing to me is that this has passed from generation to generation. The reason we decorate every monument, the reason we have close to 100 different monuments in this city, is to educate our children, that if you want to maintain a free society, you have to be involved. And whether that means serving under the colors, or that means being involved in government, or that means taking charge of your neighborhood, of your little block, that's what it means to be an American. That's what it means to maintain our freedom. So I am extremely optimistic about our city, extremely optimistic about our people, because we have such great examples and the role models of our vets. Now, a perfect example of a citizen who gives not only to our city, our state, and our country is Tom Clark. And there are hundreds of thousands of Tom Clarks around our country today and around the world today. And there are millions of families who are with us today, millions of veterans who have given the same type of service as Tom. I had the great honor of sitting with Tom on the school committee over the past 3.5 years. And the fact of the matter is that I got to know Tom very well, and know his children, and know his wife. And I know he serves in the Army National Guard as his brother did, and as his family has always been a very patriotic military family. And one day, about 1.5 years ago, Tom came to me and he said, "Scott, I've just been given my orders. I'm going to be deployed to Afghanistan." He didn't flinch. He didn't say it with any trepidation. He said it matter of factly. That's what is required of a citizen today when they make a commitment to the colors. He prepared for it. He brought in many of his leaders into City Hall. We had the tremendous honor of getting to meet these men, some very young, some in the middle of their careers, and women that were going to make this journey to Afghanistan, protect our freedom, to pursue the war on terror. This is not a police action. This is not something that we casually are involved in. This is a war against terrorists, and we've taken that war to wherever the terrorists are. And Tom was one of the men who went over there this past year and was involved day in and day out in not only pursuing the terrorists, protecting our troops, protecting the flank, making sure that everything that he did protected his men. Everything that he did was check, double check, quadruple check, make sure there's a contingency plan to make sure that the men and women went in, the men and women came out. And that was his job, and that's what he did, and he did it superbly. Now, each day that went by, we put a yellow ribbon up. Gig put a yellow ribbon up on our fence, and each day when I pulled in the driveway, I thought of Tom, and I thought of the company, Charlie Company, and I thought of every man and woman serving around the world. And our yellow ribbon is still up, because not everybody's back. But the fact of the matter is that in this world today, without people who are willing to sacrifice their lives so that we can have this gathering, we won't have this gathering for long. So I want to welcome Tom back home in a formal way today, let him say a few words, and tell you that this is the type of role model, this is the type of example that each one of our young boys and girls needs to become very, very familiar with. There comes a time in everyone's life where you have to stand up for what you believe and make the sacrifice. That's the difference between America and something that used to be called, a free country. We're going to maintain America and the freedom that we have. So, Tom, please come up. Welcome home.
Well, this is quite a welcome home, and that was quite an introduction. I don't really know if I deserve it, but what I did want to tell you is that, they often talk about the greatest generation, and Lord knows they were the greatest generation, but there's a generation right now doing great things in Afghanistan and Iraq that we should all be very proud of. It's men and women who've left their families, their jobs, to do great things for their country. I had a chance to serve with some of those gentlemen, and it's the highest honor of my life. But when you're over there and you look back at this great country, a lot of times, you read in the paper about Democrats and Republicans bickering against each other. And when you're in Afghanistan, you look back, you say, we are such a better country than that. we are a great country. We may disagree, we may have differences of opinion, but we are a great country when we all pull in the same direction together. I'd like to say to the Powers family that we all have you in our prayers. From what I've been told, your father was a great veteran and a great soldier. And it's just an honor to be back home. It's an honor to serve with a great leader like Scott Lang. He took the time out of his day back in August to give a lot of wisdom about how government functions to the young men in my unit. They took that knowledge to Afghanistan. And so through all the citizens in New Bedford, through Scott Lang, I know it was your thoughts and prayers excuse me, that brought all my guys home safely. So thank you very much. Thank you so much.
I just want to say, take a good look here. He's one of the greatest friends I have the greatest respect and friendship. Boy, am I going to miss you. This guy here preaches that, his brother, and look at this guy here, career, and all the guys you've got here. This is about making our kids aware of where they came from, why they're here, and let's make it work. I've already talked to Tommy about an internship program we're going to work on in the future. God bless all of them. God bless us. Now we're going to just take this down because it's so damn emotional. I'm going to start to cry. I love you all. God bless you. Have a great time. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Tommy. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Murdoch. Thank you, Kudo. And God bless my children wherever they are. God, please take care of them. Amen. Have some fun.
From Elvis, it's now or never.
This color really looks great on you.
Oh my gosh, guys, I totally forgot to tell you. I broke up with Jeff.
No way. Why?
Because I was like at his house the other day and he totally threw his water bottle in his paper recycling bin.
Ew. That's so gross.
I know, right? And I've told him like a million times. It's so easy. It's just cardboard and paper in one and plastic, cans, metal, glass, and bottles in the other. But he just wouldn't listen, so I had to kick him to the curb.
You go, girl.
Call Marissa at 508-979-1493 to request your free recycling bins. This message was brought to you by the City of New Bedford and UMass Dartmouth Charlton School of Business.